The formula of youth and the price of a forgotten past. His name was Dr. Elijah Mercer, and at 95 years old, he was a legend in the world of science. He had lived through wars, pandemics, revolutions, and seen the rise and fall of empires. He had published over 400 papers, won awards, built laboratories in 5 countries, and mentored generations of scientists. But now, as his hands trembled with age and his eyesight faded, he was obsessed with just one thing: time. Or more precisely, how to reverse it. For 40 years, he had secretly worked on what the world thought was impossible, a formula that could rejuvenate the body, restore vitality, and make a person young again. People said he was insane, that he was wasting his final years, but Elijah knew better. Because he had come so close. And then, one stormy night in the silence of his underground lab, he did it. He looked in the mirror, and staring back at him was a man with the body of a 25-year-old. His hair, jet black, his skin, flawless, his back, straight, his joints, pain-free, his strength restored. He had conquered time. For the first time in decades, Elijah felt alive. He left his lab, traveled, skydived, rode motorcycles across deserts, danced in nightclubs in Tokyo, climbed glaciers in Patagonia. He was reborn. Everywhere he went, people thought he was just a mysterious young genius. No one suspected that behind those green eyes was nearly a century of experience, but something inside him still felt empty. Because while he had reversed the aging of his body, he couldn't reverse the aging of his memories. And there was one he could never forget: Michael, his son, born when Elijah was just 30. But Elijah had been consumed by work, locked in labs, obsessed with his theories. Michael's mother left, and she took the boy with her. Years passed, letters were returned, calls unanswered. Michael vanished from his life like a ghost, and Elijah buried the guilt under decades of achievements, until now. In a small town in Argentina, Elijah saw a man giving a passionate speech in a public square about science, ethics, and legacy. The man's face, the way he spoke, his fire, it was like looking into a mirror from another lifetime. After the speech, Elijah approached him. They shook hands. The man stared at Elijah and tilted his head. "You look familiar." Elijah smiled. "You remind me of someone too." They sat at a cafe for hours, talking, debating, laughing. Then the man said, "My name is Michael Carter. My mother changed our last name when I was a kid." Elijah froze. Michael, it was him, but he didn't say it, he just stared. Michael continued, "My father was a scientist, cold, distant, chose formulas over family. I've spent my life trying to prove I'm not like him." Elijah felt like the air had left his lungs. He wanted to scream the truth, hug him, cry, beg for forgiveness. But something stopped him, a fear, a doubt. What if he hated him? That night, Elijah wrote a letter, explaining everything, every regret, every truth, every tear he never showed. He left it in Michael's mailbox, along with a vial of the formula, and vanished. Months later, Elijah returned to his old lab. The formula had a limit. It lasted 1 year. His body was slowly aging again, but he was okay with it, because he had lived more in 1 year than most do in a lifetime. He was ready, until a knock at the door. He opened it, and there he was, Michael, with tears in his eyes, holding the letter in one hand and the vial in the other. "You should have just told me," he whispered. "I spent my life searching for you, hating you, and loving you at the same time." They embraced. Michael didn't take the formula. Instead, he gave it back and said, "You gave me time, Dad. Now let's spend it together." Plot twist: Elijah's formula only works once in a lifetime. He could never use it again, but he realized something more powerful. Time doesn't need to be reversed if you're finally living it right. He searched for eternal youth, but found eternal love instead. If this story touched you, like, share, and comment. What would you do with one more year of youth?